We're gonna do something a little fun here. This is just a little wish list of some stuff I'd like to see in the future. We've had a couple months now since Codex and the Idol release. Usually we get announcements about a month and a half before a ball release. So given that we've had no news lately and the Phase Frenzy and the Torrent Rush have been confirmed to be overseas releases, it's likely going to be late June, early July before we see anything from either company. Now, I've discussed a few things before, or I've mentioned a few things before, like I'd love a hybrid Torrent, I think the hotline needs help, etc., but I haven't gotten very specific with what I'd like to see next or what holes I think might be in the lineups. For starters, obviously both Storm and Roto have some really smart people in charge. Chad McLean's been promoted to technical director at Storm, great choice there, he's designed a lot of great stuff. Most of it has ended up overseas, but I digress. And Chris Schlemmer is making some of the best and boldest stuff on the market on the Roto side. So Roto kind of used to be the flea on Storm's back. Now it's kind of like the bouncer watching the superstars back because Roto's got just really some serious muscle right now. So on the Roto side of things, the HP2 line is due for the next release, and with the Daredevil being discontinued, the HP3 line could use a Pearl. The Reckham's still in production, but the HP2 line is due for a Pearl if we're keeping with the typical release trend. A Pearl show-off is a no-brainer. The core is great, but I'd love to see a Hectic type release again, maybe not quite that weak, as they've been going stronger and stronger in the HP2 line, but I'd love to see the Hectic shape, but stronger. So looking at the colors so far, I think the green and purple will stay, but if you add a bright crimson to that, I think that that would look really sharp. They'd darken the green a little bit to an emerald, call it the show-off trickster or something. They have the Daredevil trick too, so a little play on both sides there. The HP3 needs to be a nano pearl idol. That's just all there really is to that. I'd love to see another solid color like a bright silvery yellow like the yellow that's in the Mastermind Scholar. Something, I like the name Idol Legacy or Idol Deity or something, but a pearl idol would be a beast to go along with the beast. And if it's a super loaded nano pearl, just like the Idol's a super loaded nano solid, I just like it. Now, if we flip to Storm, they need to clean house on the hotline. They've been making reactor covered balls for the last couple of years, or for the last however long. But going back to the Wipeout and the Punch-Out, those were beefier balls. They were stronger than some of the balls that are in the Thunder line right now. Reactor Hybrid's nice, but I'm not a fan of the Pearl and Solid versions anymore. Both the original matches were good, but the matchups kind of sucked aside from the Hybrid, and the Ride was the best ball that they've had since the Wipeout and Punch-Out. That was Reactor Hybrid. I don't know that they need to go back that strong, because if you look at it, the Roto and Storm lines kind of fit with each other. They kind of fill in the gaps, kind of stepping the ladder all the way up the top. But I just don't like the direction that the hotline's gone in the last couple of years. It just hasn't been great reactions. The stuff has been really lopey and just kind of dead at the pocket. They've kind of turned the Thunder line into what the hotline used to be, but they need a new weaker cover, something other than Reactor. I think the hotline needs to be stuff like the Hectic, the Loco Solid, the Ride, the good, true, light oil balls. Get the differentials back down a little bit and make the reaction smoother and slower, but not so lazy. I could ramble on with the marketing for a while here, but simple two-color balls, do like a bright aqua and silver pearl like the IQ Tour Rising, hint, hint. And do a solid, but like a deep two-tone red, not like the Fight with the kind of the pastel colors, but go deeper and bolder. Do like a yin and yang type concept. I like the Fast and Furious balls that they had several years back. You know, do something like that. Call them the Spray and the Burn or something, and do like a margarita scent for the spray and a hot cinnamon for the burn, like Wake You Up Strong. It could be really cool logos with those two also. So a hybrid Torrent would be nice, but they need to make the colors pop. Like combine the blue from the Sonic with a brighter emerald or a lighter blue or something that makes you think of a Torrent. Maybe that aqua green that you see sometimes before hailstorms or something. Call it the Torrent Cascade, do Dragon Fruit for the scent. I actually like, if you go back in their classic stuff, take a look at the Hot Rod Hybrid. I think that would, if you take the colors from the Hot Rod Hybrid, make yourself a Dragon Fruit scented Torrent Cascade, that would be freaking awesome. This was just for fun. I'd expect different stuff, of course. Chad and Schlemmer do great work, so I'm expecting, great things. So I'm sure whatever they come up with will be pretty epic in the first place. So big fan of both of them and what everybody's doing right now. So it's a great time to be a Storm Roto fan, definitely, and I'm looking forward to the next set of releases. Thanks for watching.